So here's a quick video showing you how to edit or modify the checklist. So there's two different things. There's creating a new template. So when you're creating a new one, there are a few fields here. You have the checklist name, the creator, it's automatically you, the purpose. So you could say this is an onboarding checklist, and its purpose is to ensure new employees get onboarded well, right? So there's date created the division. This is mostly just for organizing. If you have a lot of checklists, it can be nice to just go, okay, I want to see all of the ones related to this division or to this company or whatever. So when you're creating one, there's a description. It's optional. Something you could put in here is like, this is, let's say, like the first day or before the first day. So we've just described what these sets of steps will be, but it's not a required field. So checklist item, this is like your basic item. Everything that you put in will end up with a checkbox next to it, right? So you press this edit thing, and then you can say, call to congratulate. And then you can have another one that says, email. Okay, so additionally, you can move steps around by drag and drop. And so that's on top. And then if okay, so you've congratulated them and you set up their email, well, then you might want to write down what their email will be. So this is a text field and say, what is the new employee's email? So then now you'd have an email set up. So then next, right, so that would be like one section, right? And we might say this one, so you assign it to a position. And let's say this one is set up for IT, right? You could also click here, and now you're going to assign it to a division. So if HR had IT in it, you might want to say Division 1, because then it could be assigned to anyone in Division 1, like the HR manager or something like that. So you also have lots of other types of fields. You have like drop downs or different types of checkboxes, so you can put in all this information. In here, if you want to like remove one of these, you just remove it. Okay, so now if you want to create multiple sections, so you don't even really need to worry about this field if this is just a checklist for one person to do. Like, hey, this is a checklist for what to say when a new person comes up and they fill out the checklist. Now, if I do want this to go to multiple people, like this is an onboarding one, so it might go through multiple, like to IT and then to the HR manager, maybe to their senior, to estates. Well, then you can create different sections for different people with other descriptions. So it'd be like set up their desk. We're going to give several steps of setting up their desk. And also in here, it's good to know you can do stuff like a file upload, where they would be uploading a file that'll be stored in here, or like a signature. So that's where a signature is, again, being stored in there. And someone will be able to sign off on a form. So lots of different field types. So once you already create it, you have these options in here to then move like a section up or down. When you move a section up or down, it will always change the thing to be in non-edit mode. This is just to make it operate more smoothly, but you can always change that. So that's how you set up a basic template. You're going to need to press preview before it's actually saved as a template, which will show you everything kind of how to look for the person. And then you can press create template. So When you have one that's already created, you can also edit it as a template. So editing as a template is pretty easy. It works the exact same. You still have buttons like this for moving a section up or down, right? You can remove a section by pressing the X. You can never remove the top one, but you can change which one is the top one. And that's basically it. Once you've created a template, then in order to start a checklist from that template, you go to checklists. And then you would click start checklist. So this will start a new version from that template. You never need to worry about updating a template and having it make old checklist break, because each one is like a fresh copy of just the current template, but any old one will be a copy of the old template. So you can kind of see that data here. You can also see all the data for these checklists. Like you can see this one is in progress, right? So there's like started, in progress, then when something's complete, it'll be complete. If I were to go to this one, which is already in progress, and I were to fill out all the ones in it, you can also put lots of information just to give an idea. So see, this one is assigned to a position that doesn't currently have an employee assigned to it. So what it's doing in that case is it's giving you the option of selecting any other employee in the company to assign it to. So often, if a position might not be full, it could be a better idea to assign it to a division instead of a position. But either way, it works totally fine. And it allows you to always assign it to someone in real time. So you don't have to worry about like assigning it to a person and then that person is on vacation or leaves, and then what happens to their uh, checklist. In here, it will ask you for that. It's for someone who's currently at the company and currently in that position, or if that no one's in that position, just someone who works at the whole company. So when you get to the end, you'll get told that you finished the checklist. You can save and close. So now this count will be updated. It shows like how many are started in progress. And now this one's completed. There's more steps that were obviously completed, or it could have been completed, but that kind of gives you an idea of the checklist. So happy editing.